All right, everybody. This is Yusef. I'm back with another video here on behalf of New Life Tools, my company. I just been wanting to just share information. I've already been getting emails and stuff. People telling me they like the information, so I'm gonna just talk about a variety of topics. I'm not gonna be on here every day giving videos and stuff, but just small stuff that I think people should definitely know about, And one thing as human beings that we all deal with is health. And, today that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about health and are the 5 elements connected to your organs. All right. There's a few main organs in our body that we all need to pay attention to. And there's 5 major organs that we all should pay attention to in our body. And if you keep these organs cleansed, physically and spiritually, not get into the spiritual reasons, and emotionally, then you could be, you can have very good health. You can have very good health. And I recommend everybody studying Chinese medicine, which is what I study. As a spiritual person, it's kind of hard to be spiritual without studying health. You have to study health if you're going to be spiritual, because you're dealing with energy when you're dealing with health. So you want to make sure your internals are right. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me say this real quick, right? Because I get a lot of people that say, well, man, you're a pretty big guy. You know what I'm saying? How are you healthier than me? Right? And people that say that, they'll tell me that. I know people that's smaller than me that got more health problems, right? And I tell people, I said, well, sometimes it's genetic, the why other people got health problems, but usually what it is you build these energies up over time, right? And one thing about me, I'm not big into working out and being fit, right? But at the same time, I'm big on cleansing my body out and cleansing my organs out. So now my blood flows better and my energy flows better. So today we're going to talk about being healthy. We're not going to so much talk about being fit, exercise and stuff like that, because I'm not big on that stuff, but I am big on yoga and doing certain energy work and making sure my insides are clean, right? So are the 5 elements connected to your organs? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. And like I said, there's 5 major organs that you want to pay attention to, right? And these major organs are the heart, the spleen, the lungs, the kidneys, the liver. Those 5 organs are very important in the body. And if you keep these organs cleansed on different levels, you will definitely have a better overall health, right? So to get into it, one thing about these organs is so funny is that when you look at them in the body, they actually make a star inside your body, right? This is something when you get in Chinese medicine that they teach you and they show you that you actually make a pentagram or a star in your body. So your body is built like that, right? The organs are lined up like a star in your body. So let's talk about the first organ, right? The heart. The heart is very important. When you're having heart issues, you're going to be dealing with passion, right? Maybe you don't have enough passion in your life. Let's talk about the physical things first, right? Usually the heart is the organ. Well, the heart is the organ that pumps the blood, right? But if you're dealing with heart issues, there's a lot of fiber that you need to get into your life. You need to put more fiber into your diet because that heart muscle needs to pump better. And also you need to do things to cleanse your blood out so that heart can pump better. And the heart is on a emotional, spiritual level, it deals with passion. So sometimes you can have emotional blockages in your life that will mess up your heart or mess up your organs, believe it or not. So if you have a lack of passion in your life, you need to get more passion. Now, believe it or not, these things will help the heart. It's not all about the physical. This is why people do yoga. This is why people do breathing exercises and martial arts, because they know that health is just more than just eating right. It's deeper than that, right? So if you have a lack of passion in your life or a lack of love, maybe you're looking to love somebody, you could in the future have heart issues, right? You could have heart issues. And if you can't get the passion you want, or if you can't get the love that you want in your life, then one thing you can work on is joy, right? Obtaining more joy will actually help the heart, right? So practice building up joy, and that will actually help the heart. the heart muscle. It's very important. So find foods that's going to fan the flame of the fire, because the heart is fire, right? So you got to find foods that's going to fan the flame of fire, so you can build up that fire in your body. Get more sunlight. The foods, fiber. These are things that are going to fan the flame of the heart and get the heart pumping and going back right? So I'm going to try to hurry up because I don't want to be in this video long, because, man, I could talk about this for hours. The next organ we're going to talk about is the spleen. Now, it's so funny because in medicine, right, they'll tell you the spleen is not an important thing. And they'll say, oh, you can live without your spleen. But the spleen is important, right? And the spleen deals with transforming the food that you eat into energy, according to Chinese medicine, right? The food that you eat, the spleen converts it into energy for your body. So usually if you're weak on energy, you could have a spleen problem, right? And the spleen, one thing you can do to get that spleen going again is drink more teas, herbal teas, right? You want to get that earth element going. So you want to deal with herbs, and you want to get more herbal teas. I recommend chaga tea and green tea. And find the most herbal teas you can find and get that spleen pumping back right. That's going to build up the energies in the spleen, right? So I recommend herbal teas for the spleen, which is very important, right? So also, the spleen deals with worry. So if you have a lot of worry in your life, you're always worried about stuff, you're probably going to have a spleen problem, right? Because believe it or not, when you have these emotions on you, they affect your organs. These energies, they store at certain areas in the body. And for worry, it stores in the spleen. It stores in the spleen, right? So this is very important to understand. So if you're dealing with worry, you want to get rid of that worry. And you want to transmute that by eating the right foods and letting go of worry in your life, because demonic forces will actually attach to certain parts of your body and feed off of it, because that's where the most worry is at. So they'll feed off that energy in your body. So if you're dealing with worry, a lot of worry in life, be very careful. Let that worry go. Get more herbal teas and get the spleen pumping back right, because the spleen deals with earth, right? You want to balance out that earth energy. So you want to fix that, right? Now, the next organ is the lungs, right? Very important part. We all need to breathe. So the lungs is dealing with metal, but in the West we'll say air, right? We'll say air, but in Chinese medicine they say metal. And there's a lot of good yoga and breathing exercises, meditations that you can do to balance out the lungs, right? That you want to do to balance out the lungs. The lungs. You want to do that. Colloidal silver. Get you some good colloidal silver. Take that colloidal silver, and it will help the lungs. It will help you breathe better. It will clear up the inflammation in your lungs. Colloidal silver. Get you some colloidal silver. The lungs deals with grief. So if you're a person that has a lot of a person that has a lot of grief in your life, then you definitely want to work on getting that out of your system, because the more grief you deal with, if you're holding in grief, you're going to have a breathing problem. You have a lung problem. All right. So let that stuff go and balance out that lung energy. You know what I'm saying? So moving right along to the next element, which is important, which is the kidneys. A lot of people deal with kidney problems, right? And the kidneys deals with fear, right? It's a water element. So people that has a lot of emotional blockages and emotional problems, and they're holding on to fear mostly, that fear gets stored in the kidneys. So if you're afraid of anything, if anything is making you afraid in your life, if you're holding on to fear or deep emotional issues that you ain't dealt with, you got to let that stuff go, because that energy is storing in your kidneys. And when that energy of fear stored, which is the lowest vibration in the universe, it's so low it don't even really exist. Fear is definitely an illusion. But when it stores in your kidneys, it's going to make you have you're going to be all over the place with emotional problems. So you have to let that stuff go and get stuff in your body that's going to flesh your body out, like watermelon, stuff with a lot of water in it. Things you want to use to flesh your body to get that kidney working right again. Another thing I recommend for the kidneys is chaga. Get you some good chaga tea, and some reishi mushroom tea, and those two things right there will be very good for helping the kidneys. And become a vegetarian. You need to be vegetarian if you have kidney problems. You don't need to be eating all these foods that's going to keep giving you problems, right? You want to deal with that kidney, and you want to keep fear out of your life. You want to get more foods that's going to be fleshing your body out, right? So the kidney doesn't have to work so hard, right? So that's the kidney, right? You want to get you some good food in your body. You know what I mean? You want to get that stuff out of your body that's going to cause the kidneys to give you problems, right? And the kidneys can be healed. The things can be reversed. It can be reversed. So if you're having kidney problems, let go of fear. Get you some chaga tea, and some reishi mushroom tea. And mark my words, watch. But you got to be real to your diet. You got to be real to it, right? So moving right along, we're gonna deal with the liver, and the liver deals with wood, the wood element. In the West, we'll call it spirit or ether, right? Which is very important because the liver also deals with cleansing the blood, right? It deals with cleansing the blood out. So there's a lot of good things that you want to do, and to cleanse that liver out, which is getting you some. I recommend chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll. Drink that every day. Put that in your water. And the liver will be cleansed. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you want to clean your blood, if you got blood issues, if you want to make sure your blood is cleansed, drink you some chlorophyll water. I drink chlorophyll water every single day. So when I tell y'all I'm big on cleansing, I'm not just saying that, right? I do activated charcoal. I do that once every 2 to 3 weeks, because you can overdo it with the charcoal. You don't want to take charcoal every day. That gets the heavy metals and stuff out the body. Then I deal with, sometimes I do the apple cider vinegar. You can do the apple cider vinegar maybe once a week. And then I do chlorophyll water every single day. I drink that every day, at least a bottle or two of that every day. Then I drink regular water, right? Get that water in your system. It's the most important thing you can put in your body. So the liver deals with blood issues. It deals with cleansing the blood. So this also goes into the kidneys, people that got kidneys problems, you know. That blood, if you cleanse the blood, it will kind of basically fix everything in your body, because the blood runs through all your organs. So if you can cleanse the blood, it will definitely, the cells in the blood will repair everything, right? Because you don't want a lot of white blood cells in your body. You want more red blood cells, right? So that's what we want to do. And the wood, or the spirit, or the ether, the liver deals with anger. So if you have a lot of anger and you're always mad at people, there's a good chance that you're going to have a liver issue, right? You want to get rid of that anger in your life, because you're going to have a liver issue. I had a good friend of mine, may the gods bless his soul, that passed away. My friend John, he had liver and a cancer, and then from there he had started getting liver all over his body, to the colon, everywhere else. And that's because he wouldn't let go of anger. He had a lot of anger in him, and he wouldn't let it go. And, you know, a good friend of mine, I do a story about him one day. We had some weird experiences, you know, me and my boy John. But, you know, I do a story about him one day. He had a liver issue. John had a liver issue, and he ended up dying from that. John was holding on to anger, and I kept telling him to let that anger go, and he wouldn't let it go, and it killed him. So if you have a lot of anger, you're always mad at people, be careful, because eventually, over time, that anger will build up. It will cause a sickness in your body, and you'll have a liver issue. So people that drink a lot of alcohol, maybe they're mad at people. Maybe you're mad at your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you always mad, or you frustrated with the world, and you go get a drink. That's not good. You want to find another way to let that go besides drinking, because the drinking is adding on to the liver problem. All right, adding on to the liver problem, and you're putting toxins into your blood when you drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some people drink every day, and that's not good. So if you have a liver issue, which is wood, which is also spirit, you're dealing with anger. You gotta let that anger go. All right. So, like I said, a good food for that. You want to get you some chaga tea. You also want to get you some liquid chlorophyll, and you can cleanse your liver out. Liquid chlorophyll is like gold, man. You can drink that every day. It will basically fix a lot of stuff in your body because it's cleaning your blood. It's plant blood. It's cleaning your blood. You want to get that in you every day. All right, so I didn't want to be too long-winded. I just want to give you guys a basic understanding. Like I said, I could talk about this for hours, but I wanted to give you guys a basic understanding of the 5 elements and the 5 organs that are connected to those elements, and help you guys understand what's going on with you when you got a problem with those areas of your body. All right, so I mean, you can take this video for what you want. You know, you can think that what I'm saying is not true, but you can research it yourself. And I'm only doing this video because I wanted to help people, and somebody asked me to do a video on this too. So, you know, I wanted to come here, do this video, and give people a deeper understanding about what this is, and hopefully help somebody. So I'll be doing more spiritual videos in the future, but I want to mix it up every now and then. Sometimes I'll talk about stuff that's going on in the world, but you know, I'm a very antisocial person. I don't really like being out talking, but I love talking knowledge and information, so I'm on here to do that. So hopefully I helped somebody today. Hopefully somebody was able to get something from this video, and I'm gonna get ready and get out of here. So until next time, remember to think good thoughts, because your thoughts become your reality. Peace.